Hey Supermoms, are you tired of working hard but not seeing those strong toned glutes that you want? Or do you sometimes wonder if you're even doing them right?
We've been there too, so that's why we're here to help you master one of the most effective skills for those glutes, which is hip thrust.
Today we're not going to just show you the basics, we're going to show you the common things that rob people of their glute development by doing things improperly.
Whether you're at the gym or at home with no equipment, we're going to show you different variations that you can use so that you can master these hip thrusts.
So let me ask you a question. Are you finally ready to break through those plateaus and get the results that you've always been dreaming of? Imagine confidently doing hip thrusts and getting better and better every single week so you actually get the results you've been looking for.
Stick with us for the next few minutes and you'll become a hip thrust pro.
So you can use multiple different things to actually do hip thrusts. You can use a bench like this, you can use a box, you can use an actual bench press machine over there, and other things we'll get into, right? But the most common mistakes I typically see from the beginning is, for starters, people have their feet too far out. So if you have your feet too far out, you're not gonna actually work your glutes, you're actually gonna work your hamstrings, right? So that's mistake number one. So the starting place you wanna be is about 90 degrees. So your legs should almost be straight down and you see this 90-degree angle. When you take out these, it'll make your hip thrust game go to a whole nother level, right? A lot of the time you'll see people doing this, right, when they're doing a hip thrust. They're just moving their glutes and that's it. This is not giving you a proper squeeze on your glutes to actually get the development you're looking for. So actually what you wanna do is tuck your chin in, right? And you wanna go stretch it down and then back up. Stretch down, back up. You don't want to just be rushing through the motion like this. If you're rushing through the motion, you're not really feeling it. Stretch, come to the top, squeeze. If you want to see, so you see how straight across, your finishing end of your motion should not be like this. That means you're not getting the fullest tension on the glutes to actually get the growth. So stretch, squeeze, stretch, squeeze. Yeah. So another thing is your stance, right? You don't want to be too wide and you also don't want to be close, right? So shoulder width apart is basically here. So shoulder width apart means if you put your hand straight up and you go down, it's lined up. So you're going to go slightly wider than shoulder width, turn your toes out just a little bit, and now you do it from this angle, right? Now all of these different things I'm telling you, it's not like you have to exactly do it that way because sometimes everybody has different different body types. Some people have longer legs, some people have longer torso, shorter torso. So play around with it, right? If you notice that you're feeling too much in your hamstrings, then come back a little bit, right? If you notice that you're feeling a little bit too much in your quads, maybe you need to move forward a little bit. So play around with the angle, but the place you want to actually start from is 90 degrees. 90 degrees, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and then go from there. I don't mention this is not a hip thrust, but it's basically the same thing. It's called glute bridges. This is something that you can also do at home without having any weights, or you can choose to do it with weights. So basically the same thing, same stance that we mentioned, slightly wider than shoulder width, right? That same 90-degree angle, and make your hands here, and all you're gonna do is come up, squeeze. You're not doing this, you come up, squeeze at the top, control back down, squeeze, right? So you can also take a dumbbell. If you say you bought a little dumbbell from Walmart or something like that, you can take the dumbbell, put it right here on your hips. Same thing, hold it here, chest, right here, and then you come up, squeeze. Come up, squeeze. You can even, let's say you didn't want to use a weight, you can put a kid on you. You put one of your kids right here, same thing. As you get stronger, you can even put your husband right there and do hip thrusts. Don't start smiling, baby. I see you. Right? And you can do the same thing, right? So I just want to take that as another honorable mention.
Basically, because I am shorter, I typically use a bench, and what you can do is you can put the weight on your lap and then come down, making sure that your shoulders are right there aligned. Your shoulder blades are aligned with the bench. So you can hold it like this, or you can put it like this. So basically, same thing. You're gonna come down, up, squeeze, down, up, squeeze. And even for me, I like my stance is a little bit wider so I can feel it more. Down, squeeze. What you're gonna do is you're gonna load up how much weight you're gonna have on here. You can make it as light or as heavy as you can go. And you're going to, put your feet shoulder width apart. You're gonna push up. This is automatically gonna come down, and you're gonna let this go all the way down and push up. All the way down, stretch, 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 and when you come up, squeeze your glutes. All the way down, come up, squeeze your glutes. And then you'll pull this back and come down to resting position, and you can stand up or sit down right here to rest. Remember that consistency is key. The more you practice these moves, the results you're gonna get, and the glutes that you've been looking for, they're on their way.
As you get stronger, you can actually upgrade to the bar. So of course, start with the level you can. The bar weighs 45 pounds. Well, actually what ends up happening is you slide some of this weight up here, right? Okay. And then you have two options, right? Also, you wanna make sure you put the clips on. If you don't put the clips on while you're doing your reps, the plate will slide, right? So you want to put those on. So you have two options. If you just put the bar on your hips to do this, you're going to end up with this dark mark across your hips. So you can either use this cushion if you have it. So you put this on and this goes across your hips. Or if you don't have one of these, you can also use one of these, right? So you can fold up one of the mats, best of your ability. And then you put this right here for you to put on top of your hips, okay? So you can start from the bottom, okay? Different people, you might have to slide way down here and then pull it back to you, okay? You put this in your place where your hips is at, okay? So now like my wife said, so you're gonna be right there in the middle, right? You can use your arms to kind of help you get up, right? So use your arms, get your feet here in this position. Now from here, you're doing your same hip thrust, all over the same thing. You just got different variations of how you can do it. So it's not one size fits all, right? So from here, same thing, hips in the right spot, down, come on, feet a little bit closer, okay? So it's 90 degrees, down, squeeze up, down, squeeze up, same thing. And then put it down and roll it out. All right, super moms, now you know how to properly do hip thrusts. You know how to maximize them as well as avoid the common pitfalls that stop people from getting maximum growth. And you even know how to do different variations, so no matter where you're at, whether you're home or at the gym or wherever, even if you're at a park with your kids, you can do it off the bench, so now you know different variations. You can do it no matter where you're at. All right, guys, we hope you enjoyed the video. Now you know everything you need to know in regards to hip thrusts, right? And we're gonna go over so many more things, so definitely wanna like, subscribe, comment below different things that you wanna see. Anything else you want to
No, nothing. I mean, you guys have everything that you need. Make sure that you're, keeping that proper form. Make sure that you're doing things like stretching to keep your body healthy, and just make it fun. It doesn't have to be a chore. It doesn't have to take a lot of your time, but make sure that you're doing it at the end to know that it's results that are going to make you feel better.
Yep. And last but not least, just take action. Don't try to do it perfect. Keep coming back, watching the videos many times you need to, but take action, right? You don't watch the whole video. You might as well implement what you just learned.
Yeah,
so
get on the floor.
Yep, get on the floor and subscribe to our Facebook community, right? Get in the Facebook group with a bunch of other mothers like-minded, and you can post your videos in there and we can work on this together and get better and better and grow as a community. All right, you guys have a good one. Next video.